Hello and welcome back to the channel, here for yet another league race, this time in the GFC League, and it is the start of Season 2 here. We're racing around the Circuit of Americas in Austin, Texas, and we're here to continue what we left off with last season. Of course, we won the championship. Video was up yesterday, if I can get this out today. Of course, very intense battles going on in there, so do go back and watch that if you haven't already, as that video took a very long time to edit. Moving on, new day, new video, new season, and new track. The end of our first qualifying lap is going to be a 1:31.3, which puts us P5, I think, very briefly there, swapped over. So not the best first lap here, I think. I could have done a lot better with that. Of course, circuit evolution has not come into play yet, but I think I definitely could have done better. Obviously, I don't show the full lap at sort of this point. You can see I'm now down to P11. I'm driving the Renault this week because why not? It's a nice car. My teammate is going to be Jerome, if you remember from Benbow Gaming. Very quick driver, had some good battles with him. As now we're going to prepare to go out for our second run here in qualifying. We're going to see what we can do here. Of course, track's much better now. It's been about 10 minutes since we finished our last lap. So we're going to see what we can do with this, I guess, new improved sort of circuit. Even though this track is very bumpy in real life, but we'll see what we can do now as we start our lap. DRS is open, and we're accelerating all the way up to, of course, maximum revs pretty much as we head up the hill into turn 1. There are so many lines you can take through here, it's unreal, but we opt to take a very unique one at that, and pretty much get it all wrong. As now we head down through the S's. We've got a Ferrari off to the side there, I'm not sure which one that was. Of course, here you can always overstep the limit, but you have to get right on the limit if you want any sort of a good lap. But we are 86 thousandths up in the first sector, so clearly whatever I did better than the first time. And I'm heading down towards turn 11. See what we can do here at the hairpin. Looks like a pretty good exit. Hooked up the apex nicely. I'm not sure if using the apex there is any good, or if it's simply just the case, or if you don't really want to use it because it's a little bit bumpy. As I down into turn 12, downhill for hairpin, actually hitting the apex there, which is a little bit of a shock. I don't normally manage to hit that, but we are now 4 tenths up, or 4.5 tenths technically, and we're apparently purple slightly too, which I know is a complete lie. Not too long to go now. After turn 16, of course, the double right-hander, the Verstopper, is on the inside there in real life, through 18 as well. 2 more corners left. We just completely ignore the apex at 19, and then through the final corner, just a little clip on the apex, using the runoff as well, and we cross the line to find 6 tenths, and it's a 1:30.7 at the end of that, which is going to leave us P10. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. That was, I guess, okay. We did sort of what we question. No, it's P12 for us, my bad. My teammate is P10. We are going to be starting P12 here for the US Grand Prix. Of course, we will be revisiting this track later on in the season, but it's going to be the short edition. I think that's going to be round 7. So you have to wait for that one, as will I. As now we wait for the 5 red lights, and we are racing for GFC Season 2 here in Kota. We get a pretty average start, to be honest. We haven't lost, we haven't gained. So we now head up the hill into the first corner. What can we do here? So I have to try not hit anyone. As a 3-1 moment just ahead of us, we have to slam on the brakes, and we absolutely punted from behind in that Mercedes. I think that was Mad Chip. As there's the confirmation, we got a warning for a collision with a car that punted us. But I guess we did brake check them to avoid the collisions up ahead. But we're now down to P16. So we, altogether there, we've lost 4 places in that sort of carnage. So you might note, just in front of us now, Ron Zeus. He started P20, did not qualify. And he's gained 5 places already. We've dropped 4 as it currently stands. So we try and get out of the hairpin decently. There you can see we are pretty much we have a double slipstream there. Tribe's a little bit left out over there on the left. As we head down towards turn 12, Charlie goes back across, Zeus goes right to the inside, so we're going to try and outbreak all of them and swoop around the outside of as many as we can. And we've somehow pulled off a pretty decent move there around the outside of the Haas. Of course, Zeus helped me to the title, what was 2 weeks ago at the time, but yesterday for you. So, very quick driver, did not expect to pull a move like that, but of course we have better tyres at this point. And he was a little bit blocked at the inside, so we're now up into P15, so a little bit of a recovery. We're going to see what we can do from here. So lap 1, we didn't get any damage, which is the main point. Someone's in the pit lane, that is Crossfire, and McLaren, not sure what happened to him. As we move on through the S's, and his teammate Duzzle decides he's had enough and crashes up at turn 9.
Okay, clear.
Puts it back into P13, so at the moment we're only down 1 position from where we started as we get to the end of the 3rd lap. Now DRS is enabled, of course, as we start lap 4. Right up behind the Red-Eye Jedi up in towards turn 1. Once it's uphill braking, he seems to get it right on the brakes, but then just goes a little bit deep. We are going to try and switch back here. And luckily the Mercedes didn't fight us too badly, so now we're back up into P12 where we started.
Nice move. Good job.
Now we can try and make some progress in this race as we swoop through the S's. So you can see we've got Triaby up next. As we head up now through up over the hill, you have a racing point there which actually scared the life out of me at the time. Must have spun either contact or by themselves.
Green flag.
And then just resets the track right in front of us, which is absolutely terrifying. As we move on now to lap number 5, and we get 2 of the most ridiculous corner cuts I've ever done. And that's a time penalty on lap 5. I think that's a record for me. Don't think I've ever managed that before. So a little bit annoyed. I've never lacked discipline this much in a race. As we move on to the end of that lap, nope, the next lap, sorry, my bad. The end of the next lap, it's now lap 6. The was a little bit wide at the final corner, so we managed to pull up alongside him. As we start lap 7, however, the Red Bull managing to sort of stay with us in a straight line. As we head up into this first corner, Red Bull's still on our outside there, so we're going to try and get the power down early here with the inside line for turn 2. There's not much we can do there, and we just kind of get forced out by the Red Bull. So we stay in P9 for now as we're going to head through the rest of these S's. Again, just going to try and capitalise on any sort of situation we get. Anything that crops up, you know, driver spins or whatever. See what we can do down into turn 11. Now, of course, one of the downhill braking zones, or downhill hairpin braking zones. We have got a much better accent than Liam, however, so he's going to go defensive. We're going to stay pretty much on the racing line here. And essentially drive past him if he's there. Cover the inside a little bit, but nothing really Liam could do there. Lock up into the hairpin, however. Luckily we had just enough clearance, so nothing would really affect us there. As we head down the hill into turn 11 once more then. This time lap 9, so we skipped a couple of laps here. And another evasive manoeuvre we have had to do there. As Triaby just drives to the back of Noah, they both lose a lot of time. We also lose time as you have to try and brake in the acceleration zone, and Zeus pretty much just mugged us there. Nothing we could do there. He's now gone from last to P4 in 9 laps. So very impressive from him. We of course gained 7 as we now head on to lap 12. We're up into P2. We went very long on our strategy. And now we're going to come into the pit lane from second, gain 10 places altogether. And I believe it's going to be medium tyres now to the end of this race. You can see the graining on that front right, absolutely horrible to look at. As we're going to drop down, I think to P9 here, looking at the map. I think we have just enough clearance over Jedi.
Okay, stay clear of
as we get out of the pit lane, we do as well.
Dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Jeff with the usual reminder, just don't be an idiot. Might as well be what he says, as we're now on lap 14, so pretty much our first flying lap after the pit stop. We have caught up to him. The gap was about 4 seconds, so we managed to close up all of that. And then down to turn 12, we are going to make the move up the inside, a little bit wide at the apex, but we have solidified that position now. as we jump forward to lap 16, so a further 2 laps later, heading down towards the hairpin at turn 11. Same thing as we've always done here, nothing different any lap, and for some reason the car opts not to do what I want it to do, and now we have to wait as well so we don't kill anybody. So there we have it, we dropped down all the way to P11, we were running up in P7 I believe. So you might be able to tell I'm not happy right now.
Focus. We need to stay
I
on
did
form.
nothing different to usual, and for whatever reason the game went, yes, we're going to spin now because spin hour. But head down, you know, we're going to see what we can do. Still a long way to go as Pim. Now Pitts, we're going to go back up into P11 as we drop to P12. The time as Rappel got past us. Now up to P10 as Tom Robo Pitts as well. Jumping forwards then 2 lap 20, and we're going to get Samba on the pit exit here. Up the hill into turn 1. Rappel is a little bit deep now, have a pretty much a 5-car battle here from P6 back to P10. Now through the chicane, Rappel pushes out try beat force stuff to be massively compromised through sort of turn 4 or turn 5, which has now let Samba come right up onto the back of us. We go a little bit wide as well to make matters worse at turn 7. And Samba just pretty much drives around us as if we're not there. I will admit I did concede the place there because going side by side through turn 9 doesn't normally ever work. But we are back down to P10 now, and we're going to see what we can do for the rest of this race. Or still 8 laps to go here, or 8.5 technically. As you can see, Samba's already gone past Tribe as well, down into turn 12. A little bit of contact between the two. I think Tribe tried to get the move back, but ended up going off the track. So now we're back up into P9. You can see Rappel and Noah absolutely going at it up ahead. Side by side for I think the entire lap. As you can see now they have finally stopped battling, and through turn 12 once again, or turn 11 sorry, Noah loses the car once more. This time I believe unaided. I'm not sure, Samba may have made contact with him, but I am not 100% sure. That was on lap 21, and now we jump forward to lap 28. We have caught back up the Jedi. And I believe on penalties, as you can see there, 12 to 3, we are going to get the position. As we cross the line, it's actually going to be P5. So a massive gain there. I think we gained 4 places altogether. As you can see, very short results screen as my game actually crashed, and I was lucky to have the footage. But that will be it for today's video. Hope you have enjoyed. Do leave a like and subscribe as well, as it helps me out massively. You know, see if you've been here for a while now, you know the drill, do all that sort of good stuff. Also feel free to drop any comments down below. I will read and reply to all that are necessary. And apart from that, I will see you tomorrow with hopefully the next race in GFC. So until then, I'll see you later.